Okay, well.
Rip it.
Rip it. Welcome back, guys. We are back after quite the break on the Final Impact podcast. We got all three of us here. I am Ice Christ. We got Kermit Tomberry.
Yo.
We got Joey Salami. Fresh off of the big Tekken 8 at the Dip tournament. That was a huge, huge success, in my opinion. First thing, I guess, dude, how was your first commentary experience?
Man, that shit was crazy. I wasn't nervous about the entire thing, like, at all going into it. I wasn't nervous whatsoever, and then I fucking sat down probably like 20 minutes before. I was like, shit, I've never like really done commentary before.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, this is gonna be kind of wild. But after a couple matches, I started to feel like I was getting into it.
You played it off. I couldn't tell, dude.
Yeah, I know. Thank you to like everyone who's fucking sent any compliments to me or said stuff through him. I've heard from a bunch of people that it was pretty decent, but I was honestly more surprised with just how well everybody else did on commentary. We had Agent
it was everyone's first time.
Yeah, we had Agent Mooseman, we had Terrence the Train, and then we had Tanga, who from Sacramento, who's done commentary before, but you know, a game that he doesn't play.
Yeah, first time tagging.
Yeah,
exactly.
Sure. Which can be just as big as it being your first time.
Right.
He had to do homework.
Exactly.
He was telling me he was watching Tekken World Tour finals and like practicing commentating that so that he could get used to it and learn some stuff. He did awesome. Everyone did amazing. You guys killed it. That is one of the compliments I hear the most is on commentary. So good shit. Joey Salami ran production on the whole thing, and it looked incredible. It cooler than we did last time. It sounded amazing. It got hype in that room, and I think a big part of that was because of what you did.
It was fucking sick.
For us. Is there anything you want to talk about the setup for it, or something new you tried?
Yeah, bro. Like every single time, it's just getting better and better. Like I literally not even like during the tournament and then after, it's like my mind's immediately, what is it going to be better next time? Fucking, yeah, there's so many ideas and stuff. There's stuff to improve upon. There's like new features I want to add. Like next time, I want to have replays. I want to have like set up the replay buffer and stuff like that. Have have a cue for the commentators. If they want to talk about something, they could just press a button and then that'll already be lined up for them after the match.
Come straight to you.
Yeah, they can swing back to it. And,
cool.
That leaves the control up to the commentators, stuff like that. And then just the graphics. I mean, I think this time around, like, that's what I was most proud of. Like, that shit seemed like professional. And the reality is it's not. It's like fucking, it was just me. It's just us.
That's another thing I saw through sharing our tournament and clips online over the past week is people were like, dude, what is this? I've never heard of this tournament series. Who is this? How long have they been doing this? What's this giant team running this tournament? And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
It's one guy making it look and sound that. Well, you help. Two guys making it sound that good. One guy making it look
he's
that
production,
good.
you know what I mean? Like, no one would even hear me if he didn't have the equipment for it.
Sure.
You know?
And then just a few of us running around. So I just heard over and over that it looked like a legit official major tournament production. So that's awesome. That means so much to all of us, I know. It was bigger than I thought it was going to be competition-wise, too.
Bro.
The people that came through.
The caliber of people, for sure.
Yes.
I actually thought that we were gonna break a little bit of a higher number competitor-wise. I was a little surprised that it started to slow down. I thought once we got closer to the holidays that people were just going to be like, you know what, fuck it, I got free time, and everybody was going to sign up really rapid. We did get like 8-9 last-minute sign-ups in those last 3 days, but no, it was the caliber of people that really surprised me. I mean, Toro, I guess he's one of the better Devil Jin players in all of North America. He consistently gets like top 8s in TNS. We had Young P, another killer player out of Sacramento. He's the guy who took the entire bracket. And then we had Paul Z, someone who's been like competing in Tekken for forever.
Solo, third place. That Yoshimitsu
was crazy. Yeah.
And everyone was like, no one knew him.
Yeah.
No one there knew who he was or where he came from. It was like Peef all over again from our last Tekken tournament.
That's wild.
He showed up, just ran a train, and then just disappeared again into the darkness.
No, instant, dude, bro. If you watch the replay, he literally just gets up and then walks out.
Into the shadows.
That's wild. Yeah, no, the caliber of play was like higher than I expected for sure.
It created so many crazy hype moments, blowing your damn throat out.
Yeah, I was surprised.
reacting.
I was surprised I could even talk the next day at all. I was. Did you say pause? That is a little crazy. But no, I was surprised honestly that I could even talk the next day. I was, especially because by the time we got to like grand finals, I had been getting more comfortable, and I had been getting more and more hype on the mic, and I had been talking to the crowd and like doing the ad reads. The last ad read got kind of a pop, so I like had to shout over the crowd. But by the like midpoint of grand finals, like you can tell on commentary, I had like 3-4 beers at that point. I'm like screaming so hard. Yeah. Just losing my fucking mind. But Toro and Young P were going crazy.
Even before that match, that obviously being the insane grand finals, including the reset that it was. But even before that, once we got into round 3 and above on winner's side, it was just crazy caliber of play the whole time. And it was so cool to see that at a tournament we put on. It was so sick because coming from, we've never said it on camera really, but coming from me and you having to pay random people in the bar to come play in our tournament to lose to us is where we started with our tournaments, to now having killers show up and kick us out of our own bracket is awesome. Yeah. And I want to try to continue that, to reach out to more of these guys and get some real hype stuff going on stream and live in the venue for everybody.
Yeah, but also like we got to step up, like fucking
right,
like that. You just know, it's like not. That's what I also what I think. It's like that.
Absolutely,
it invites us to where now. I mean, I know at least like we talk a lot with the SAC guys, and who knows like what's actually bubbling up. But my mind is like it's time for a rivalry or something. Like we need to step it up and play somewhere. I mean, it's unfortunate that we WTO and like we can't play all the time, and
that was a nightmare. On my end, I'm sure you too. Commentary.
It was all right,
but I know we got more killers, especially when it comes to Street Fighter.
Yes.
So
and with our plans we have that allow all ages people to compete in our tournaments soon, we can bring out some of our heavy hitters, which is going to be sweet.
Yeah.
But funny you said that. I wanted to mention it and I forgot about stepping our game up. A couple nights ago, I got in the fight lounge with Toro and just ran a few sets, and he was like, "Do you mind if I like give you some tips along the way?" I was like, "Yeah, man, please. I need someone from that level that
motherfucker got anti-Kazuya attack from dude. It's such a bummer.
That sees it to explain it to me, and he's breaking it down to me of, dude, think about like boxing. You're playing like a boxer that just walks forward, and throws punches. He's like, you need to be moving. You throw something, you move. You throw,
which is something. To be fair, that's something I've told you for years. Is that your movement in Tekken is not up to snuff.
Yeah, but him just saying it that way for it put an image in my head of what to. I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. If I'm in a fight in real life, I'm not just standing there throwing punches, hoping you walk into them.
Right.
So that was huge. It was a light bulb moment for me. And then he picked Kazuya and ran a set against me. And a couple times he's like, don't let Kazuya players do this. Dude, are you letting Kazuya players do this? And I'm like, this motherfucker does this to me every time we fight. He's like, oh, that's minus. Launch him for that. Yeah. Kill him for that every time. So that was cool. Getting a little one-on-one time with one of the top players from our tournament was really exciting. And it lit a fire under me to upgrade, to get out of blue ranks, to compete with some of these guys one day, hopefully.
Shout out Toro. That's hella sick.
Yeah, but it's also reverse that shout out to Toro, because that shit ain't fair, bro. Let me bully my friend, dog. Let me bully my boy.
You've already got the anti-Paul tag.
I guess. But like sometimes
you lab stuff.
That's also true. You don't lab. You never lab in any game, which is psychotic. In ranked. I don't get it.
The game comes, I insert the disc or a download.
I was gonna say, when was the last time you inserted a disc?
I don't know. I'm just thinking you open the box, new game. Right. I don't know. We're old. We played games on discs.
Right.
But no, it's frame 1 ranked, and just get my shit pushed in until I learn.
Insane to me. And that's so crazy.
I can't do it. I don't know how you guys. You're both lab monsters.
It's fucking fun. I don't know.
Exactly.
I go to sleep again, but I mean that shows the difference and why you guys are better than me at most of these games. at some point you have to start doing that stuff if you want to see results.
Which
at a certain level.
And to be fair, like you do fully understand that, and I know you understand that because every time you actually opening the training room with fucking Paul, you come out and you're like, oh, I re-optimized this combo. It does like 5 more damage now. And it's like, okay, just keep doing that. You fuck.
I'll do it again in 2 months. I'll add 5 more damage. I'll find one new thing. So that all of that awesome tournament. I want to recap that. It was incredible. Both of you guys knocked your production out of the park. That was incredible. I think it's safe to say we're going back to Street Fighter 6 next, though.
Yeah.
The next one. We're working out details, time, date, venue, a whole bunch of stuff. News to come soon on that. But are you guys excited to get back to Street Fighter?
Bruh.
No.
I'm so fucking geeked. Like,
I'm excited to talk about it, and I'm excited to put on the event. I'm not excited to be forced to play and get my ass handed to me. Yeah. That's for sure.
Yeah, Moose doesn't give us a choice
I've become
anymore.
a lot better at Tekken than I am at Street Fighter, despite being the Street Fighter guy.
I love Street Fighter, and I know I'm like faced with a dilemma. Like, I just want to play so bad, and like especially last night. Last night I was saying like I ran the set with Lincoln, ended up playing for like 3.5 hours, or Alaric, I guess. Man, at the end of it, I was just like, God, this game's so fucking good. I forgot.
You're gonna have to. We're gonna have to get production stuff dialed for this next one, and you're gonna have to be able to relinquish control a little bit here and there. You know,
you're not allowed to not compete this time.
Yeah, you have to. You're one of our better Street Fighter players. You got to compete.
Yeah, and Chun just got some buffs. Yeah, it was good timing.
Everyone bullied me and Justin into playing in this one. We both wanted to, but we also were like, "I'm so cool not playing."
Right.
So you're not allowed to. We have to push you. You are competing in this next one. We need to see that, Chun.
All our good Street Fighter players, like even if they're helping out with stuff, you know, like you and Alaric specifically, you guys have to play. Yeah. We're gonna bully the shit out of you till you play.
Yeah. We need to get both of you help. That way, you both can compete, not just one of you two. Yeah. And then Elena should be here by then, right?
I don't know
the
date we're looking at, which we're not announcing right now, but the date we're looking at for the Street Fighter tournament, she could be out, but I don't think so. No.
I think you still got like
probably a month-ish,
couple months, or a month.
Really?
I think. Well, she's probably going to come out around the same time Akuma did this last year. I think so. Mai will definitely be out, and if Mai's sick, I'll play Mai. But
I completely skipped over her in my brain.
Yeah, she'll be out.
Mai will probably be out next month.
Okay, yeah, I completely somehow wrote her off. I was like, what do you guys mean? No DLC character for half a year? What?
No, I wish Elena would be here.
Yeah, Mai will definitely be out by the time we run our next tournament for Street Fighter. Cool. Hopefully not a week before. Like the Clive situation.
Yeah.
We did have one guy show up that said he was playing Clive that wanted to, and
bummer, dude.
Yeah, sorry. It's just too fresh. I don't remember who he ended up playing. There was so much to keep track of.
Didn't he play? Wasn't he the guy who also played like Heihachi and all the Mishimos? Or he played like Heihachi Jin, and he was like looking to play Clive? I could be misremembering.
Be Gentle or Cloudstar. They were the two
Cloudstar was crazy.
Yeah, Cloudstar was insane.
Yeah. Oh, and also, I didn't realize it till a couple nights after the tournament. I went and turned on Ranked, and my wife was like, "You know, you've played Be Gentle before too, right?"
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, "Where? At what?" And she's like, "In Ranked. Like I've seen his name a couple times.
You've had
100%.
Did you go back and find it? Did you? Have
No,
replays?
I have to try. I didn't even think about that, but because I was like, "Are you sure?" You sit here and nod off so much when I'm playing. She's like, "No, 100%. You fought this guy multiple
That's super
times."
Funny.
So I have to go check that out. See how bad he worked me. I'm sure.
By the way, that's cool that your wife just watches you play through Ranked and shit.
Only Tekken.
Only Tekken.
We'll be sitting at home doing nothing, and she's like, "Will you just hop on Ranked for a little bit? Let's go. Come on, it's Tekken night.
Yeah.
It's Tekken night, babe."
That's so sick.
Fine. I can't get her to watch.
That's crazy that she's actually asking you to do
Yeah,
something.
no, she does.
That's
can't
wild.
get her to watch Third Strike. I can't get her to watch me play Street Fighter, Killer Instinct. She'll sit there and sing the Killer Instinct song in the other room while I'm playing.
No, that's funny.
But she likes watching me play Ranked in Tekken.
Tekken is like the spectator fighting game.
That is true.
It's perfect.
The moments write themselves. Dude, I mean, we had two of them, in my opinion, that were absolutely insane.
The dive kick, for sure.
The dive kick.
That dive kick slowdown was insane, dude.
The whole room just screamed.
Oh.
It was from a back turn move I'm pretty sure, yeah, Toro was negative there too because he had just eaten the.
Yeah, no. If he pressed any other button, even a jab, he would have got counter hit and died.
And yeah, it would have killed him. That one, and then Young P's reverse perfect, basically.
Oh yeah,
when
yeah.
Toro had him down on tournament point. If Toro went had him down to a sliver, and then Young P just stood up and said, "Mm-mm,
no, I ain't going out like
I'm
that.
not done yet."
That's crazy.
And ran that back on him to send it to final match, final round at our tournament. It was crazy.
Man, circling back though, your wife, do you understand how much better I'd be, how much more I would play fighting games if my girl was like, hey, tonight you just turn on Tekken and play ranked, let me watch.
Okay, but that's
she wants to watch me play games sometimes, but
she wants to watch Markiplier.
No. Well, yes, but no. But no, she'll watch me play, I don't know, some third-person action game with like a story to it, or like a big open world game. She'll watch that.
Yeah.
But like I play a whole bunch of stuff. If I try and play a JRPG or a shooter or a fighting game, she's like, she just goes to sleep.
Well, the problem is it's only Tekken and only ranked. If I'm like, I'm gonna run a 1st to 10 with Justin or Connor's
like,
getting
fuck
on,
that.
she's like, no, play ranked instead.
That's so crazy.
I'm like, well, I want to play with my friends. We're doing a lobby. We're trying to practice for this tournament. She goes, you practice in ranked. And she'll get like upset. She'll be like, no, she doesn't like watching me play the game. She likes watching me get so anxious and freaked out fighting for ranked points because there's something on the line every time. She likes to watch that elo bar move up and down as I win.
That's so sick.
That
is so sick.
I wish she loved watching me lab, because then that would push me to get in and be like, all right, fine, yeah, let's do this. But no, it's only ranked. But it is cool that she's very supportive of it. You're right. I do appreciate that. I need to pick up my game with Street Fighter for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so stoked. We're going back to that. We got Alaric has some redemption at Final Impact tournaments to get in that game.
Yeah, he does.
You guys better get to him, bro. Because I don't know if he's on the fence. Well, because he's so fucking City of the Wolves build, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what he's waiting for.
That's fine. Be stoked for it. In the meantime,
get on your shit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Especially because, I mean, a lot of that, at least like the footsies and neutral play and stuff like that, like all that shit is going to transfer over. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's a 2D game. It's like a similar paced game too. It's like he just motherfucker needs to suck it up.
Yeah. Well, especially being one of our best players too. We need that representation.
Well, not only that, but being one of our best players, not winning the first tournament we did for Street Fighter 6, and then the one that we did at the Dip where we actually had people from out of town come out. He got fucking second place to Sacramento. If there's anywhere that there's like an actual rivalry amongst us and Sac, it's that. It's Alaric is like just barely not as good as their best players.
Yeah, it's all of Sacramento versus him.
What's so fucking I'm so stoked for is the guys who aren't 21 and over, that have been barred from these events. Mm-hmm. Even on Sac's side, you got Tree Trunks, which I'm excited to see. He already said, like, you guys do all ages, I'm coming through.
Yep.
So I'm excited to see him. I hear he's playing Terry, I think. Somebody.
Yep.
And but I mean,
Tanga told us that at the tournament.
For our guys, we got Plague Mask is a beast. He's a monster.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's so fucking cool in general. Shout out him. And then of course the brothers, bro. Like, I'm so like stoked. We're talking about doing the series of like highlighting some of the people in our community. Mm-hmm. I cannot wait to make a video on the brothers. I feel like it's just such a unique situation, and like it's so cool.
And them being people that a lot of us are chasing in that game all the time.
Yeah.
Not only is it just sick that they roll together, they play, they practice together all the time, but they're also sick nasty at the game.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
By the way, brothers is Soda Stereo and Cherry.
Yeah. They're crazy. Yeah, they're arguably our two best players. They're like, if we're not counting Plague, because Plague doesn't live here. Sorry, Plague.
He's our adopted boy from Chico. But he's ours.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
if
easy,
we're talking just people in Shasta County, like top 4 is like you, Alaric, and then the brothers, and arguably the brothers might still be the best.
yeah. I'm trying to get my brother out. I'm trying to get David out
Yeah.
with this Honda.
Yeah, well, he's
I
got no
forget, is
reason
he-
now.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's gonna be an all ages thing. Then yeah, because wasn't he not 21?
No, he's still 20.
Yeah.
And his fundies are so good, man. It's like it's fucking frustrating playing against him.
Yeah, tell me about it. It's already frustrating enough fighting a Honda, and then your brother's got like really clean neutral. It's like, where the fuck do I actually press here, dude? I'm fucked.
Yeah, and it's funny. He doesn't even play Street Fighter. Like he just fucking grinds Fortnite. Like
And just hops in.
COD.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't play Street Fighter. I'd be grinding Diablo. You know what I mean? But no, it's gonna be sick, and I think it's gonna push everybody. Hopefully, not only is our production gonna level up as we move into a new space and get all that kind of stuff figured out, get our event planning like even more under our feet. But then I think it's also gonna push the community to level up a little bit too.
It's so hard not to say anything.
I know. It is.
I'm
Very
like,
soon, we will know.
Yeah, we really do got to pull back on it though. We can't.
Because we're not 100. Nothing's locked in 100%
But it's
yet.
like pretty close to being there.
It's very exciting.
Enough teasing though. I don't want.
No, keep your eyes on the channel.
Yeah, for sure. Keep your eyes on the channel. Keep your eyes on the other socials and stuff.
If you're one of our newer subscribers from the last Tekken tournament or something, hop in our Discord. We will make sure that's linked in the description of this. We got a new Facebook page as well, so give us a like there. Stay up to date because we have got some really, really cool stuff.
Yeah, if
coming.
you thought the Tekken tournament was sick, your mind's gonna get blown.
yeah, yeah.
Man.
All right, so we're gonna.
No, so fuck. What else has been going on with you guys?
For the last month, absolutely nothing.
Nothing but the tournament.
Making this tournament happen. Yeah. It's just been a grind, but it's cool we pulled it off. Like we said, it was bigger and better than we thought it would be in every single way, which is incredible. Now I'm taking a little bit of downtime. We're gonna do these meetups, get everyone in here in the lab playing against each other again, and then I'm looking forward to these next set of DLC characters coming out for Tekken, for Street Fighter. We know the Street Fighter ones.
Yeah, mine. Elena.
No.
I don't think we know anything for Tekken.
I mean, Anna's like.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. In that trailer they showed at Tekken World Tour, it's likely Anna is one of the characters.
Yeah.
Maybe even the first one.
I don't know if she'll be the first one because I think they're gonna do that tease, but not yet.
Yeah.
It's fucking.
I mean, I think though if they do
Jack
another
9.
if they do another redesign on her, which they did with Nina, so if they do another redesign on Anna, I could see it being hype. But otherwise, like I feel like she's a little dry for the first season.
No, it
or
needs
the
to
first
be
new
Armor
character of
King.
the season. Armor King would be fucking clean.
We need Armor King
What's
back.
the difference between Armor King and regular King?
Armor.
Like gameplay wise.
Yeah, he's got armor. Gameplay wise, he's a little more rushdown. Usually,
Rushdown King.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
well, like
he's a bruiser. He's
typically like you remember there was that patch. I know you don't play Tekken like that, but there was a patch a couple of months ago that basically made it to where King had like a real wave dash, like a Mishima.
Yeah. Oh no, I remember that.
Armor King has always had that.
Yeah.
And Armor
it's
King
scary.
has and Armor King has an electric. It doesn't work.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chill out. It's called Dark Upper, so it's different, and it doesn't work exactly like an electric. Like it doesn't have all the same properties, and it's slower, and there is no just frame. But he has a launcher out of that crouch dash like that. He's also got more tricky unblockable setups. He's
got the full King throw game too.
Yeah, he's got the full King throw game, but it's all simpler inputs, and most of the throws do less damage, but leave him in a position to like get more oki afterwards. So he's kind of a rushdown grappler. So,
yeah, and in my opinion, from what I've seen from a lot of like higher level Armor King players in comparison, is King seems to be played with the intention of the mix up into getting into his grabs. Everything is kind of just to lead into where he's going to put the grabs to get you. Armor King can totally fight you without ever using them, and it seems fine. He'll get one grab on one big command grab in a whole set. as to where the King player is going for them. It's the 50-50 of strike throw. I feel like Armor King players and just the character in general is meant to get in and throw hands way more and then get a throw where any other character would.
Yeah, like as an example, like you know who JDCR is, right? Okay, he plays Heihachi and he plays Dragunov. And he's a long-time Tekken player. He's been playing competitively, I think, since Tekken 5. Armor King is one of his other characters. So that lets you know how much like less of a like grappler archetype he is.
I know I don't really get down on Tekken like that, but the one character I'm trying to see. I'm sorry if I butchered the pronunciation, but Fakram.
Yeah.
Dude, if he gets put in the game, I'm fucking playing him.
Fakram is cool.
He's coming. He is going to be in the game.
Yeah,
I would be blown away.
I would also think it would be weird. A lot of the new characters they introduced towards the end of Tekken 7 through DLC have already all made it in. Fakram's like the last one that hasn't made it. Like Lydia was here as DLC. We got Leroy on the launch roster.
Oh, just
where the hell's
new ones.
Yeah, where the hell's Fakram?
Is there like a replacement or like a substitute for Bob? Somebody that fills that?
Not really.
No.
And also good.
Yeah,
just
fuck Bob, dude.
get him out.
Yeah.
And I personally can't fucking stand
one of the really annoying things that Bob does. A couple characters have that now. Shaheen has it, and so does Law with slide into Oki Nunchuck. That's like a Bob thing, slide, which knocks down, and then he gets a back turn hit on you. That does like a fuck ton of damage. But
that's true. I didn't even kind of realize.
Yeah,
that's
but the other
out.
things that typically make Bob really fucking obnoxious and annoying and are like kind of key to his character. Not a lot of other characters have that. Like he has like the best all-rounder tools in the game usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a problem to deal with.
It's obnoxious. He basically has like a Hell Sweep or a Demo Man.
And then they just put all that on this just big, like almost joke character type shithead that while he's beating your ass.
There's only so many times I can hear speed and weight, dude.
This total ADD moment. But like this all has me thinking about like the DLC and situation and shit. How common? I mean, I only came in at Street Fighter 6, so I don't know. But how common is it to introduce new mechanics with these like DLC cycles, like this year 2, year 3? For I guess I have the context of Guilty Gear,
right?
It seems like at least recently, right? I don't know how often that has happened in the life.
You're talking about
Strive,
not in each game, but like
within the game.
Yeah, so within Street Fighter and Tekken, how common is that to introduce like full on mechanics?
All right, well I can. Okay, yeah. See.
Street Fighter 5 though.
I was gonna say I can speak to this.
I was thinking Tekken.
Yeah. Tekken did get new stuff. Tekken
Just
got
like
the wall crush
wall,
system.
but that's it.
When that
no, there was something else.
moves.
That was season 4. It was in season 4. Season 3 got new moves added, and a lot of them were for longer combos. A lot of them were like extra wall carry and stuff. Yeah, no, that blew Tekken 7 up. But no, in Street Fighter 5, they had the V system at launch, right? You had a V skill and you had a V trigger. A V trigger was an install you got when your life got low or when you used your V skill a bunch. V skill was like a simple input special move for the character. Each character had a different one that did something different.
Ken's was the run.
Yeah, Ken's was the run. Blanking on what most of the other characters did at the moment.
But Ken was running.
Cammy's went through fireballs. It was her axle knuckle, her spin knuckle. That was on just both mediums. They got in season 3 of that game was the first time they got something different. I think that was when they got second V triggers that were choosable. And then at the end of season 4, but before season 5, we got a second V skill. And then I think V shift came at that time. If not, that came at the beginning of season 5. And that was also there's something else that I'm losing. But yeah, it got new mechanics like every 2.5, 3 years.
Yeah.
That'd be cool to see with Street Fighter. I mean, how far are we? We're like year and a half, year and 3/4 or something.
Yeah, it'll be 2 years in June. So
I agree how sick that would see to be more stuff added to that game, but I'm just worried because it seems like such a delicate dance of the mechanics that are already in there. All the drive stuff is so, like, if you add something too crazy, how it just shifts that balance of what's good and on its head.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll tell you this much, though.
But I still want it.
I'll tell you this much, though. There will be, even if there aren't wholesale new mechanics added to the game, at some point, the balance patches will add up to where the game feels completely different from where it was. Because I can say this also with Street Fighter V, the number of either through their second V skills or through buffs to the moves they already had, there was, so you know how punish counters work in Street Fighter V. You know how some punish counter buttons do that, like crumple? That is similar to a system that was in Street Fighter V called crush counters, where a character, either as a punish on like a DP or super, or no, I think actually it was only DP, regardless, as a punish for that or as a normal counter hit, because punishing didn't have any unique properties before. But as a counter hit with a heavy button from different characters, they would have like a spinning, weird little thing, where they would have like a stagger, or they would, if it was like a crouch heavy that crush countered, it would like pop them up and you could get a juggle. The number of times those all changed, so the entire neutral of that game changed. Like the entire neutral of facing a certain character was completely fucking different because of where their stagger buttons got switched. Like if something like that happens in SF6, then it's going to feel totally different. Yeah. But if they add a new, I would expect we probably get a new drive mechanic at some point, or drive parry gets completely reworked. I don't know, something. I mean, we already got like holding, like wake up drive reversal at what was that, the beginning of season 2 or in the Akuma
It's not a
patch?
new mechanic, but it's a new implementation.
It gave characters that didn't have invincible reversals. It gave that to them.
Yeah,
that are safer than DPs.
Yeah. You honestly though, you know what we need that's more important than any of that? Costume 4. And 5,
where the fuck is Costume 4, dude?
Please? Especially talking about Street Fighter 5 compared to what they're like. Do they not want money?
I was just telling Lincoln last night, it's so funny. You go on any of the Street Fighter posts on like Instagram or Twitter, it's just the comments are just fucking full of it.
Just where is it?
You know, it's
and they've been so silent about it.
And it's funny too, because I remember kind of defending Capcom in that first year, like while we were waiting for Costume 3. I remember you and Alaric and a couple other guys on the Discord were all like, man, blah, 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 compared to Street Fighter 5. I'm like, none of you guys even played Street Fighter 5. Calm fucking down. All right, it took a while for costumes to get rolling in that game too, and now we're another year removed from that, and we don't even have a 4th costume yet. I'm like, yikes.
It's crazy that there's... I thought maybe that gap to get stuff rolling, to start working on them, and then we'd start seeing shit. The fact that we've gotten one in almost 2 years is, I just don't understand.
Like, I don't either.
I don't get it.
Avatars, baby.
Yeah, I know. Avatar customization.
Sick. So cool. We spend so much time doing avatar battles. So
yeah,
that
I
makes
know.
Sense.
That's definitely the whole point of the game. That's the part that everybody really likes.
Shout out the Avatar battle theme song, bro.
That's true. That song goes hard.
I don't remember which one it is off the top of my head.
So
yeah,
good.
because
but
who the fuck does it?
I've done it twice ever since it came out. I've run 2 of them.
Bro, it's such a shame. We were talking about last night how it's such a shame how so many songs are like, some of the Street Fighter's peak songs was like thrown into shit like that, the Avatar battle, or like the World Tour.
Yeah, or an extreme battle song or something.
Yeah, there's 1 or 2 extreme battle songs that are pretty good.
Yep.
Shit. I was going to say, though, City of the Wolves is going to be wild. Definitely going to have to run a tournament for that. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how long out, but that's like April 21st.
So, but it's
something like that.
Yeah.
It's in. We're planning on doing. I think we're all in agreement. We are running a tournament for that for sure.
2XKO coming out next year.
And
this
that
year.
one.
Why do I keep saying next?
They're saying it's this year, but I don't blame you for thinking it's next year.
The way that stuff gets delayed these days, though, too, who knows?
Especially, I wouldn't put it past Riot to doing like, okay, the game is going live and everybody can play it, but it's in early access and it has like fucking 10 characters maybe. in a 2v2 fighter, which is crazy. 10 characters would be insane.
We do got a beta coming up though. That'll be sick.
Yeah,
is there another one?
And is there somebody else that's gonna be?
The only character we know is getting added to the Alpha Lab is Jinx. And I don't know if they're going to call it Alpha Lab 2 or if it's officially Beta Lab or what, but yeah, we're getting a second playtest coming up pretty soon. So I'm excited for that. I loved playing 2XKO.
Yeah, it was a lot more fun than I thought it would be, being not a tag fighter guy at all. But running duos with you was I'm so upset that I waited until the last 24 hours of that to be like, all right, fine, I'll play, and then was just hooked on it. And I was like, I have to go to bed, I have to stop playing, but it's so much fun.
You weren't at Evo with us when we played, huh?
No, I was trying to get some Kazuya foams, man. I was trying to get the foam posits.
And neither you fuckers were with us when we played City of the Wolves.
No, I didn't get to play it.
Still so bummed out.
You played 2XKO.
Yeah, I was with them for 2XKO.
I didn't get to play either of them. I really wanted to play City of the Wolves really bad, but
dude, you guys are gonna love it. It's so sick. It feels so good to play. Sounds so good. Looks so good.
Do we know anything about a beta for that at all, or
I don't think so.
That is weird, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
That we're getting that close, and you'd expect something because they haven't done any at all.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's a little out of the norm for modern fighting games, but it's all good. I mean, they're giving us the season pass for free. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
What the
you just
fuck?
you just buy the game and you get the season pass.
That is so
and
sick.
I think you just pre-order it and you get that extra costume for Terry. I don't think that's paid DLC either. And I don't think that's like a bundle thing you have to pay for. I think it's just pre-ordering the game. You get the second costume for Terry.
Or not. Now I'm like getting why Lincoln is so filled for this game.
Yeah. That game's going to be sick. I'm excited for it to come out. But bigger for me, the old man in the room. I mean, you're old too. But like, I like old man games.
I'm excited
I already
to
know.
fight virtually.
Yeah, dude. Virtua Fighter. New Virtua Fighter is going to be fucking awesome. I'm so excited. I can't believe they're fucking finally doing a new Virtua Fighter.
If the tiny little shitty off-screen recording that we have seen
that they put in a trailer.
Yeah, if the only official thing they've done, they put that in there. If that is what it looks like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's what the game's gonna look like. Trust. Trust, dude. Yakuza games are way prettier than you think they are, and Sega with Virtua Fighter has they have a pedigree of really, really hard pushing realistic graphics. So
and it's more realism focused than 99% of fighting games too. Yeah. So I'm stoked to see that gameplay looking like that. And from what I saw, they're doing really, really minimalist HUD and everything.
Yeah, from those images that leaked. Did you see those? With the white health bars and stuff like that.
It's crazy though. Not too long ago, I looked at the Street Fighter 6, the early HUD and shit. So fucking weird.
Yeah.
You guys saw that?
Yeah, it's kind of ugly.
Yeah,
it looks really bad. It's not good.
I thought it was cool how unique it is, but yeah, it was ugly with the gauges at the bottom and stuff. But I bring that up just to say, obviously it could change a lot. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love minimal HUD looks so cool.
What bothers me about the HUD, and I know this is just the direction that fighting games have gone in recent years. I mean, and you got the drive gauge in Street Fighter, you got the heat gauge in Tekken. Tekken's never had a meter before. So, but in that leaked HUD, there is a little bar underneath the health bar, and that bothers the shit out of me. I don't know if they're gonna have some metered mechanic. What I'm kind of
stamina, some type of guard.
I was gonna say what I'm kind of hoping it is. What I'm kind of hoping it is a guard bar that
leads to a guard break.
Exactly, that leads to a guard break that gives you some kind of, maybe it gives them a stagger that you can launch them off of, and that's where you get the biggest combos in the game. Because also Virtua Fighter, it's a combo heavy game in that there's tons of combos and there's tons of weird little launches. And the combos do a fuck ton of damage, but they're also usually really short. You know what I mean? It's usually launcher, a string, and ender.
No wall to wall.
Yeah, nothing like that
Bullshit,
usually.
like in Tekken.
Well, in the interview with, I might be wrong, it's either the director or the producer. He was saying how they're not trying to introduce anything new. they already know their space. They're sticking to it. Not to expect
Cool.
anything drastically new coming. They're gonna stick with like the realism and the like sort of just what Virtual Fighter's known for. And besides, like I think the only thing he mentioned that is gonna be new is they're gonna make it more friendly. Like all the fighting games are now.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
making it more
it's
friendly for
just-
people coming through.
And it's already like
Modern mode.
maybe
Virtua Fighter.
They probably will have something like that, which is kind of crazy considering the whole fucking game is like guard button, punch button, kick button.
It's,
Like,
how
that's
you gonna
it.
It's gonna be 2 buttons. You're gonna use to play
guard
this
and
game.
attack. But I mean, they also said they did also say in that though that they're not ruling out changing the buttons, which yeah, and Virtua Fighter has had a 4th button before. There was a dedicated sidestep button that you pressed up or down, and that button in Virtua Fighter 3.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I don't know what they would do. It probably wouldn't be like a throw button like there is in DOA or something like that. But I don't know what they would do if they add a button. But that's all.
Parry.
That's all just
Parry
them.
mechanic.
Yeah, they
Universal
just
parries.
they had a whole ass parry button instead of there's already a bunch of moves that have like built-in parries. But it's gonna be fucking cool. I grew up playing Virtual Fighter. I'm super excited for there to be a new one.
And
It's been fucking 20 years.
That's kind of it as far as news, right? Like games, new fighting games coming out.
I mean, there's that Core Upped game. I haven't
I'm
checked
not
out
familiar.
anything on it. I know the combos are absurdly long, and it's an indie fighting game made in Unreal 5. So it's got kind of crazy visuals to it, but it's also it looks like nothing bad against it really, but it looks like one of those games where like you get Unreal 5 and you just start fucking putting shit together. You know what I mean? It kind of has that look to it, but it's also like this cyberpunky slick type of deal.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Rufal's made multiple videos on it.
Well, that and then isn't there what's the Diesel Punch? So there's something.
Oh, isn't that like 2v2 game?
It's like an indie fighting game that either just came out or is coming out soon. We should have done research.
Yeah,
before
probably,
this.
but I can't remember what that game is called either. But Rufalmonger
Got
also
Diesel in
has videos
the
on
name.
that. Yeah, it's
Diesel,
something.
Spirit, Fury.
But like big
Something.
games. I think that's it.
Yeah, I mean, you got like Hunter x Hunter and all that, but that's
that's
later.
right. And Impact.
That's pretty late.
And then Mortal Kombat's dead in the water.
Well, yeah. Do we?
Hopefully,
Is
I don't know.
is that tradition now? Every episode we shit on Mortal Kombat.
Might as well. It deserves it.
Thanks.
Even
That is
their own
fair.
team said so. They pulled the plug on it.
God
They
damn.
know it. We gave it a chance. We tried, man. We downloaded the game. It's not our fault. It's bad.
Rip Mortal Kombat, dude.
Dude, somebody's just fucking mauling right now, dude.
We had a ton of people for a long time. We had, I mean,
With 11?
at the
Yeah. The
Even-
very end of X. too.
even before that at the castle. Remember, the only times that some random dude would come through and be like super good at one of the games,
was
it
Tekken
was
7
always-
and MKX.
it was always a Mortal Kombat guy.
Mhm.
And it happened a few times where one random person in town would hear that there was a thing, come through, wash everyone at Mortal Kombat, leave. And then the next time we did it, it was some other new random guy that would come through once, beat everyone, and leave.
Mhm.
But then that never happened in anything else except for, Peef and Tekken 7.
Yeah, the only time I think I've seen like the closest thriving scene I could think of is just Madhouse. I know I've seen them. Down in San Jose, right?
Yeah.
I know they have an MK scene that seems like it's pretty healthy.
Well, yeah, but also their TOs are super into MK. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that
So like,
helps.
just like how we probably got a lot of you guys to like
The
actually
Street
play
Fighter guy
Tekken.
and the Tekken guy.
Well, no, but like realistically, like they all came in because of
There's a
Street
Street
Fighter,
Fighter,
and then
yeah.
we got all of them to get Tekken and get down on it. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's probably like a similar deal. You know, TOs are like, nah, MK sick. Trust me. No,
That's-
but those Madhouse guys are pretty cool.
It's hella funny too, because like not too long ago I was thinking back on it, and the very first game, my initial like intentions with getting into fighting games was all right, Tekken 7. Before
For
6
real?
came out, yeah.
Oh,
I'd
wow.
seen that like Polygon video that was like how to get into fighting games.
Right, where he's main and king.
Yeah, and I was like fucking geeked about that. I was inspired, and I'm like, all right, Tekken 7. I'm gonna play fucking Kuma. I'm gonna get good. And
He did the first time I saw him play. You picked
Yeah.
Kuma. That's
Yeah.
right.
And then I played a little bit, and then Street Fighter came out, and I was like, oh no, this is it. Also, though, I had the context of like, if a game's coming out, this is your chance. If you haven't gotten to the franchise already, or if you're new to fighting games, pick up a game that's brand new. Like,
yeah, it's always best to start with a game that's brand new because it's got the most scene. It's got like the biggest scene. It'll have the most casual players and the most new players. So people on your skill level to fight in ranked. So that you're not just going in and getting like washed in silver. You know what I mean? Like by the end of Street Fighter V, if you tried to play that game online, you were gonna get like hard stuck super silver, which is like crazy. You know what I mean? That would be like being stuck gold 2 in Street Fighter for the entire life of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, new game is always best time to get in.
For sure. That's when when a new fighting game is coming out. That's when I am like, friends that don't play seriously or even just I don't know, they look cool. No, now is the time to get in and fall in love with a game.
Yeah, you don't got this again.
No, now is the time to get in and fall in love with it. Get your wins before everyone knows. Learn with everybody. Come learn with us at a meetup. The new game. Come get taught new things.
Yeah, come try it out. See how you like how it feels, and then decide whether or not you want it. And if you want it, get on it fast.
Yeah, because otherwise you end up with me trying to get people to play Killer Instinct 10 years after it's been out. And
bro, it's going to be 12 years.
They just hop in and get fucking bodied. And it's like, well...
Well, it's fine because, you got your get back for that because you haven't had a PlayStation for fucking forever. And so then Guilty Gear Strive drops and you're like, oh my God, this game looks so sick. I want to play it so bad. And then we're like, okay, we'll teach you. And just like me and Marshall just like completely beat on your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I hopped online. I'm going to do the thing. I'm just going to go into ranked. It'll be fine.
Yeah, when it finally came to Game Pass like 2.5, 3 years after it launched.
That doesn't work when the game has been out for years.
And not to spook anybody, I did want to bring a point to that. It was like, you can still hop in. Really, it's speaking to like the ranked experience. If you're at home and you're trying to hop in online, let me get some matches in. Like on the flip side, not to like make it too intimidating, you could just straight up like go on Discord and ask for, say you're brand new, have somebody walk you through shit, or show up to a meetup and somebody will like run matches with you.
It's never too late to go to a local.
Yeah. No,
ever.
Exactly.
You will find someone close to your level or willing to step you up, to help you, to share the passion of this with you.
Yeah, but if it's been like 2 or 3 years, you're hopping online, you might be fucked. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
gonna hurt
really
if
you're like new, I think,
right,
to fighting games.
Especially if you're new to fighting games. But it really is. It's like hopping online and getting into the genre. Period is kind of hard unless you're picking a newer game at the start of the game, because otherwise you have to, like, as a completely new player, you have to make the decision to either go to a local or go through like Reddit and Twitter and whatever to find Discord servers that you could get into for a game that you think you might be interested in, which is all good. You know what I mean? Pick a game you like the look of, and just try your hardest to be able to play that, Yeah. But it's just more difficult. There's just hurdles you got to get through.
And it's so much more enjoyable when you can find a scene.
Yeah.
And come bounce off of other people. And learn from other people, enjoy the game that you've discovered and you love with other people, and push each other to, well, let's hop on tonight. Mm-hmm. You find that person to do that and keep you playing, keep you locked in.
I remember when Street Fighter came out, my cousin Anthony, you guys have met him, out in Frisco now, but when he still did live here, with Street Fighter, probably like 4 months after, my chun was getting nice. And I remember trying to get him into it. And we're just at my house, and we played until like 2 a.m. I think we ended the set around like, I think it was like 52 to 1 or something like that. And just like, I kept saying, like, I was like, he didn't want me to switch off, and he didn't want to stop. Even I was at a certain point, I'm like, there's no way this is fun. Like, this
right?
is like, and then it was so funny because it wasn't that long after I might have played somebody. I played somebody who was like really good, and I got stomped on probably like 14-0. And I was just like, that felt so terrible. How the fuck did he sit through 51 to fucking 1 and like just put up with it?
Some people can take that punishment, and man. I'm not one of them.
He had a blast. It wasn't like he was like
that's so
butthurt or anything. But at the same time, he never played again.
I mean, dude, when I was
that was it.
modern Jamie. It was
well,
like,
that kind of says it right there. He's like, I'll have this fun time with my cousin real quick, but he didn't have any aspirations in it.
Yep.
But like to that same point, like I mean, when we were learning Tekken, he was bartending at the time, and so he would get off work at 2 and pop into his apartment. He was living with Connor, and they would they would be sitting there and be like, Dalton, I don't know how he's doing this. And then you look over at me and I'm like screaming frustrated, let's go, another one. And you look at the score counter and it's like 78-12. Like we're 90 games in. I've been sitting in this dude's apartment for like 3 hours.
There's so many nights where I kick everyone out. Bar's closing down. All of these guys go back to my house with Connor's there, and they just start playing. I'm showing up 2 hours later after cleaning the bar, walk in, and it's 90-40 in Tekken, and they've just been going.
Yeah,
that's the shit, dude. Yeah.
It is.
But that's what got me to start playing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what got me to start playing Tekken 7 was that over and me finally being like, I want in on this. So I'm so glad it happened. It was sick.
Oh, you saying like branching out from KI?
Soul Calibur, Killer Instinct and at that point I wasn't even really like playing Third Strike. Well, a little bit,
yeah, because we had started to become friends.
Yeah, a little bit, but yeah, me and Connor just grew up playing Soul Calibur our whole lives. A tiny bit of like Tekken 4 when our uncle brought it over at some point.
Mm-hmm. Which is why he likes Marduk. He was a new character in that game.
Yeah, and then that, and I just like deleting people's health bars with minimal effort.
Yeah, that's true. But
a big part of it.
Game comes out and you pick the new one. You pick the one that's advertised on the box. Sometimes, that's how I played. Yep. That's how I played Leon in Virtual Fighter 2. I had the Sega Saturn box on the back, Leon and Chun-Li, and I'm not playing the old man.
I was in like, God, I was gonna say this, but now I'm like, is this like a dick thing to say?
Rip it.
Playing. I was talking to Lincoln about this last night. It's like, because I played Bison a little bit more, and I was like, man, like, you know what? The reality I came to accept was that easy kind of bullshit characters are pretty fun to play. Like,
yeah, man.
Like, it's like,
no, they are,
because it doesn't feel like you're having to fucking do rocket science to complete a combo. Sometimes you can just play and enjoy it,
bro. When I go from when I go to Chun-Li or Manon, more so Chun-Li. I go to Chun-Li to Jury or fucking Bison. Like, it's crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking medium crouch into medium punch, quarter circle, heavy forward. Like, it's, bro, like, that's just that
without
over
having to
and over
type
again.
a novel just to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This button, stance cancel, this button, oh, they're blocking, keep myself safe with this cancel, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, don't have to worry about any of that shit. Just go in and press buttons. Just press buttons, do special moves right in their face.
Just hurt them.
Bison's crazy, though, bro.
Bison's
like,
obnoxious.
His buttons are so fucking good. Still, I don't know. I'm curious on what nerfs. I've been so out of the loop as far as like the nerfs and the buffs and everything.
I didn't pay too much attention to the December patch. I just walked in and I was like, oh, Jamie got another sweep nerf, but now he gets a little drive gauge on his drinks. So,
but cool. Even Terry, bro. Like last night when me and Lincoln were playing, he just, I don't know what button it is, but like his sweep and I think his medium kick,
crouch medium,
and like he just kept ripping it over and over again, and it's so good. Like, it's such a good mid-range button. It's
Shoto
just
privilege.
Yeah, he's got them Shoto buttons for sure.
Yeah, and that feels good. I feel good.
When you're on the other end of it,
right.
When you're the one doing it, shit feels good.
Yep.
When you lose to getting hit by it 6 times in a set, it's infuriating.
Yep. It's a real bummer. But that's just how characters be and everything. But yeah, you're right. Like, if you put more time into Tekken, you would realize, like, if you were like a Mishima player and you were going through it and you were just like, all right, got to learn my electrics, got to learn like where I can backdash and whiff punish in this string or on this character, like this sequence that this person wants to do, or these movement options. How do I use my like 2 or 3 buttons that give me plus frames, and most of them don't do chip damage. Chip damage being a new thing in 8. So, like, how do I make all these work together? How do I utilize, like, so much of my toolkit to do all this shit? And then you play Fang, and you're just like, I'm plus, I'm plus. I'm back turned 50-50. I'm plus again.
How dare you think it's your turn?
Fang, Dragonov, like, yeah, all those bullshit. Dude,
everything knocks down.
Launch Azucena. I picked her up for like 5 seconds, and I was just like wall running 3-2. You know, the big like knee into elbow that she does that jailed at first.
It was ridiculous.
Dude, and it did so much chip damage. The first game I ever played with Azucena, it was like a month after the game came out, so he had like started to really kind of gel with Paul. And I was just like, man, fuck Kazuya for a second. Let me see what this is about. And I don't think he was able to like touch me for like 3 rounds because I just kept being like plus launch, plus low.
What do I do? When is it my turn? He goes, it's not.
Yeah,
it's just not gonna be.
I wonder with Tekken with myself. I wonder like what would happen if I do try and pick up a different character and try to learn the game, because with Xiaoyu it does seem like I picked a character that is like goofy with all the stances and everything, and it's like tough. Like, yeah, I could get away with cheese and shit. I could get away with like some of the basic evasion.
It's
and,
technical
like,
cheese though.
But like I'm talking like my eyes are set on like I watch somebody like Mr. Croft and like, dude, like you have to do so much shit. Like I think any character, yeah, with movement wise and everything, like and with the setups and the routes, because the hardest thing seems with her is establishing like a play style. Because from my understanding, just the videos I watch, this isn't me speaking, but like the perspective that like Xiaoyu her range of play style is crazy. Like all the way here to all the way over here. Like,
right, yeah,
it's like one of the most creative characters. And for me, that's like
you're talking
not
about
knowing Tekken from a perspective of any other character. I don't really know my way around
what to do with that.
What kind of play style to develop.
You're talking about like the freedom of expression that character allows. How many different ways you? Okay, yeah.
Well, she's like Yoshimitsu.
Yeah.
In that she like the range between solid play and partying is like so wide compared to most of the cast.
And I love that shit. I mean, that's why I chose her, because like people said, like coming from Chun-Li and Street Fighter 6, she is like the most obvious choice.
Yeah.
With the stances, with the creativity, the technicalities and stuff, the technical approach. But for Street Fighter, that was such a bitch to like. I with the same perspective, I didn't really know how the game worked. I chose her. In like to a lot lesser of a degree, because I mean Tekken's Tekken, but
right, exactly. There's a whole other dimension you're working with.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I would say like if you really want to if you do really want to get serious with Tekken, I would just stick with Xiaoyu, and I would just like every couple of games like really try and be like, okay, this time I'm going to integrate more normal movement, play a couple matches. Okay, now I'm going to try and integrate more stance evasion. Okay, now I'm going to incorporate this string, that's like, maybe this one that's safe, or this one that leaves me for a mix-up or something like that, and just incorporate little bits of the toolkit as you go on. Because you could totally just be like, all right, I'm going to put Xiaoyu on the back burner, and I'm going to pick like a really straightforward character like a Shaheen, or like a, I don't know, I was gonna say Leroy, but he has all those parries and shit. But you could pick
like
up
Leo.
Leo has a bunch of stance stuff, but Leo does play pretty solid. Leo plays a lot of just like mid checking, being safe, and then having a demo man.
It's very easy to understand what the game plan is.
Yeah,
playing that character, like, okay, this is what this character does.
But I think if one of your big things is to learn movement, I think you should probably learn the unique things about it with your character as you're trying to incorporate it. Because you could pick a really dry character, or you could pick a character that's going to probably help you get more wins to build confidence. And I think Leo is actually one of those characters. Honestly, I don't think if you picked up Leo, I don't think you'd ever learn movement.
Yeah,
Leo's so safe all the time. You can just stay in someone else's face.
You don't really need to.
You could learn range 0 defense with Leo, and that could be good, because a lot of stuff Leo does leaves them negative, but like not enough to be punished. So then they're gonna try and steal their turn back. So you got to learn like moments when to duck, and you have to learn player tendency. But and you don't really have to like back up or anything. Almost ever.
Also, a lot of their moves are like shoulders, body presses.
Yeah,
stuff,
so they can't be reversaled.
And but you're constantly just naturally moving and have pressure because it's a full body attack instead of a long range.
Yeah, so
kick
you're constantly going off axis and stuff.
Yeah, so it forces a whole different interaction there with that type of stuff that changes how you would have to use movement.
You know who actually like has some fun stancy stuff, and then a lot of people would say this character is cheese. A lot of mid-ass players. Exactly, I said it so you wouldn't say anything. Lily.
That's exactly who I was thinking. That's,
there we go.
so funny. You said that.
That is a Tekken-ass character. If Xiaoyu is like a little too broad, a little too complicated, and you had another character, if you think Lily is cool, Lily will teach you to play Tekken.
Yes, I hate fighting her.
Yeah, I know you do.
Well, like so you're saying, like she does have cheese. There is that route of leaning into the cheese, but she has the capabilities of like being a full rounded play style character.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah, even more so than Xiaoyu, because Xiaoyu, obviously, like any character in Tekken, you can play Xiaoyu totally solid and just like play it with like movement and good poking. But Lily is like more made for that.
Mm-hmm.
Lily is straight up made for that. That's like her whole thing. But then she's also a mixed monster, and she's got strings that are noob crushers. But so does like Nina, so does June, so does a lot of the.
Just embrace the cheese and go full cancer and just play Lars, man. Just ruin everyone's day.
Lars is super cancerous in this game.
Just play Sonic the Hedgehog in people's face the entire time, and don't learn anything new. Just learn those 3 strings and moves, and just do that until you're Tekken God. I don't know. We're coming up on time almost, I think, guys. Is there anything else you want to throw in or mention or?
Put Vi into XKO. Put Riven into XKO.
Saying that. Who do I want? Budweiser?
A Mordekaiser.
I don't know.
What?
I don't play League. I'm sorry. I just know that this guy, I need him in the game.
Yeah, put Mordekaiser into XKO. And put Crimson Viper in fucking Street Fighter.
That'd be cool.
That's what I want to say.
I want Dudley.
I know you want Dudley.
I want Hakan.
All right.
I would say on a like legit note, say fucking come to the meetups every Saturday, 7:00. Make sure you double check the Discord to make sure the schedule's up to date. Usually every Saturday, just come through. Everybody's friendly. Everybody's chill. All skill levels, all ages.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're brand new, whether you've been playing one of these games for 10, 20 years, we want you here.
Mm-hmm.
We just want to share this. We want to get better. We want to build friendships and a community around this genre of games that we love.
We always got 3 to 5 setups in here. We got snacks for sale. So it's a good time. It's a good time. Everybody needs to come on down and play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you just want to check it out, we should be like live streaming more often now. Mm-hmm. So I mean, just check it out. You see some of the fun we have. It's just a pretty good, cozy atmosphere. And then aside of that, also be on the lookout for more content coming out this year. That's something I was going to mention earlier. Having the sights on like until we prepare for our next tournament, really amping up. We'll have a lot of stuff coming.
A lot of stuff coming down the pipe.
Hell yeah!
All right. Well, thank you guys.
No problem.
Another good one. We'll see you guys next time.
Later.
Peace, dude.